Okay, now let me put y'all up on Anchor if you're not familiar. Man, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me break it down for you. Now, first of all, it's free. Now, Anchor has creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, or anywhere else where you can find podcasts. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Now make sure to go download the free Anchor app and go to anchor.fm to get started.
What's up? It's Pyrex, man. And I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Shot it real on the pill. I won't tell how I feel. Tryna drown in this surf for real.
All right, so we got Pyrex Whippa off the porch with us today.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling today, bro?
Feeling good, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming by today, man.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. So let's take it back, man. What part of Baltimore are you from?
Originally from East Baltimore.
Yeah.
I grew up in the county.
Okay.
But I stayed most of my time over west, for real.
Yeah.
Free the gang. Shout out to LNG. Free the gang, man.
So what was your childhood like there growing up?
It was Baltimore for real. It's different. It's a different experience than everywhere else, you know. Cause it's like when you out here or when you in other places, you don't really know you in the hood till you know you in the hood. Like in Baltimore, you know you in the hood. Like this is what it is. If you there, you know you cool right here, or no, you ain't cool right here. So it was a good experience growing up until I got older. You feel me? Then when I got older, got myself into more things. I had to figure some shit out. Baltimore is what Baltimore is. You feel me?
Yeah, it's got a definitely reputation for being a very tough place to make it out of. You know?
Yeah, I love it though. I go back all the time.
Yeah. You still got family up there?
Hell yeah. My whole family up there.
So at what age would you say you jumped off the porch in Baltimore?
The age I jumped off the porch, I would say about 16. Cause I was really skateboarding and like doing artistic shit into that. Around 16, I started trying to, I guess you say, find myself. I found myself off the porch. So.
Yeah. Were you getting into any trouble back then?
Not too much. When I got around like 17, 18, that's when I first started getting in trouble. Definitely started getting in trouble. Like around 18, that's when I was fully in it.
What would you say is one of the biggest life lessons you learned while growing up there?
Never let your guard down. Oh, shit. See? Oh, my God.
That's your breath.
Never let your guard down. Shit. Never let your guard down.
You good?
Yeah, I'm high as shit. I'm good. They gonna make a meme out of that.
All right. And what would you say is one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome to get out of Baltimore and make it to where you're at today?
Obstacles. Money. Money. So, money was definitely an obstacle.
Real shit. All right. So how long you been making beats now?
I've been making beats since I was 15. So it's been a cool minute now. I'm 22.
Okay.
I'll be 23.
What had inspired you at first?
It was really just watching like videos of like Southside making beats on the tour bus with like Waka Flocka and shit like that. That's what really got me going. I was like, always seeing how the rappers turned out, you feel me? The rappers was lit, and I'm like, damn, these beats is getting niggas moving, you feel me? Like, niggas can make 100 songs, but if the beats ain't right, ain't nobody gonna move in the club. Like, it used to be like certain songs. I remember, what's that song? Photo Shoot from Gucci.
Okay, yeah.
Gucci, man. Yeah,
Is that Drummer Boy?
Listen to this track. Yeah.
Yep, that was Drummer Boy.
That was Drummer Boy. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Every time that shit came on in Baltimore, niggas used to go crazy when that song came on. That Yo Gotti sack. Definitely Yo Gotti sack. That shit crazy. Like even the Dreams and Nightmares shit. The Dreams and Nightmares when Yo Gotti dropped that. I mean, when Meek Mill dropped that nigga gonna fry me for that. When Meek Mill dropped that, that shit was hard as fuck. I fuck with Meek though. Meek shit too hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work with Meek.
So how'd you learn how to make beats? Were you self-taught?
YouTube like a motherfucker.
Okay.
YouTube gonna get you. It's gonna get you going. It's gonna get you where you need to be. I fuck with YouTube.
Did you just start off with Fruity Loops, or what were you using?
Yeah, it was just Fruity Loops. Definitely that. Fruity Loops. I still waiting on the same program I started with.
So what did your first beats sound like? Were they kind of like Southside beats, or?
My beats was trash. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I feel like my beats was trash until I met Metro for real. I feel like my beats was definitely trash. It was like sitting down watching him really be patient and break shit down and learn what sound selection was. You feel me? I ain't never know what sound selection was. I used to hear people say it all the time. I used to be like, nigga, nah, I'm gonna throw this sound in there with this because it sounds good to me. But it's like, just because it sounds good to you don't mean it's a hit. You gotta learn to adapt to certain ear for real. Once I got around them, I was able to adapt to certain ear. So that's when I think I really teed up. That shit was trash.
So how long would you say it took you to develop your own sound?
It took me a long time. Until, I guess, like, after Father 4 came out, I guess that's when I developed my sound for real. The slow beats with the crazy hi-hats and that rim shot. And then Costa Rica kind of solidified it.
Okay, yeah. So how'd you end up in Atlanta?
But you can't really, like I said, I can't really make money off beats in Baltimore. Like, in Atlanta, I know I could come here, work in the studio, and they're gonna buy some beats. They gonna buy some beats, they need beats, they rap, you feel me, every day. Somebody different in the studio, so there's not really too many people in the studio back in Baltimore, you feel me? It is now, though.
Yeah, it's starting to turn up there.
City on fire. You feel me? We got Roddy Racks, OTR Chaz, Free Lil X, Free YGG Tay, Free Sosa, Free Sleazy. You feel me? YG Tech for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He on fire. YG Tech on fire. He gonna be the next one to pop. He should have been pop for real. But he gonna be the next one to pop.
So how'd you link up with DJ Plug?
I linked up with DJ Plug. I was in the studio with Damon Blue. Yeah. We was at 11th Street. He just walked in. I was playing beats. They was like, "You fire." I'm like, "Hell no." They was like, "Nigga, you fire." And I'm like, "Damn." Like, that's DJ Plug telling me that shit. He kind of shot me at first, but then like, as the session went on, it was like, they cool niggas, you feel me? They like my big brothers, you feel me now? Locked in with them for life. And then Bobby Critical. Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, they definitely, they got some heat. They got some heat. Was it Plug that convinced you to kind of move down here to Atlanta full time?
Nah. It was my brothers.
Okay.
My brothers was just like, "Man, you gotta stay down here. You ain't got really too much shit going on for yourself back in Baltimore. You ain't really doing nothing for real." So this was honestly like the best option for me. I could make something out of nothing. At least get the chance to.
Who were some of the first artists you worked with when you moved down here?
Cash Out, my boy. That was definitely the first person I locked in was Cash Out. It's a good nigga.
How'd you link up with him at first?
Spud McKenzie.
Okay. Shout out to Spud, man.
You feel me? Definitely shout out to Spud. That's one of my big brothers, you feel me? He's from Baltimore. Grew up around that nigga. Him and my big brother D'Aver, it was like this when I was growing up, you feel me? So I knew him since I was like I was still on the porch for real. So shout out to Spud for real. Had my back since a youngin'.
What was one of the favorite songs you and Cash Out cooked up?
It's this song called Whip It that he don't put out, that he just won't put out. He just won't put it out.
It's unreleased still.
It's unreleased. I don't know why he won't put it out. Like, Cash, if you see this, I'm gonna leak that shit. It's cool. We gonna fight, but I'm gonna leak that shit.
So how'd you get your tag? The first one you had, was it the Pyrex Turn Me Up?
Yeah, it was I was trying to engineer. And I didn't know how to turn the headphones up. And my boy D was in the booth and he was like, Pyrex, turn me up. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna use that for a tag. Thirsty. Needed anything for a tag at the moment. Like, man, I need something. It was cool though. It worked out for the meantime.
Yeah.
So I met Metro. And then he blessed me with the 21 tag. You know. And then 21 gave it the approval. Shout out to 21. And shout out to Offset too, because he on that tag too. That's my boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some people probably thought you were from Zone 6 from that tag.
Nah, I ain't from Zone 6. I fuck with a lot of people in Zone 6 though. Shout out to Zone 6. Shout out to Escobar. Shout out to Tip. Definitely shout out to Tip and Escobar. I fuck with them a lot. They always show me love.
Yeah.
And Nudy. Shout out to Nudy.
So how'd you link up with Metro first?
I was in the studio with Nudy.
Okay.
And then they had called him, and then he was like, I got a session up there after. You feel me? And then I asked Nudy, I'm like, you think he gonna care if I stay up there? Nigga was like, shit, I don't know. You feel me? So I just stayed up that bitch anyway. I asked Metro, I'm like, nigga, can I sit in this motherfucker? He's like, I don't give a fuck. I just sat in that bitch. And then it got to a point when that nigga got tired of making beats. He sat down for a little bit. I just started fucking with it. And that was it.
You remember what that first beat was?
I remember. That shit was hard as fuck.
Did it get placed?
Metro got so many beats, man. You getting a beat placed with him is like winning a lot of it. I'm lucky I already got one.
So what's it like cooking up with Metro?
You gotta be patient. Very patient. You gotta be very patient. That's about it. But it's every time I cook up with him, that shit be great. They're musical genius. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't even know how you think of this shit. He always finding like new hallway or something different to work with. Definitely top 10, deserve where he at. For sure.
Real shit. So when did you link up with Southside? Was it after Metro?
Linked up with Young Sizzle right after. It was like 2 months after being with Metro.
Yeah.
We came to the studio for real. Flea, his security. Metro security had brought him back into the room for real. I was making beats. And he was like, little nigga, you hard. And I was like, oh shit, nigga, it's Southside. Like a little motherfucking fan and shit. And then we was just cooking up. No, he ain't cook up. He started rapping on my beats first. And then he was like, damn nigga, all your beats hard as shit. And then he was like, you wanna come with me to Miami? I went back to Miami with him. We was cooking up in Miami. And I just been with him ever since, for real.
Yeah, what does it mean to you, to have all these people that you looked up to fucking with you, like on a personal level at that?
It means the world to me, you feel me? Especially coming from where I come from. I just chase my dream. A lot of people got goals in different routes. So stay true to myself and chase my own dream. It came out the way I always expected it to. So you feel me? It mean the world to me. My mother proud. My homies proud. I'm happy. You feel me? Shit. Ain't shit to worry about.
So how'd your placement with DaBaby come about?
I was actually in the front room of 11th Street making beats. And this nigga sent his security back there to come. I'm like, yo, you trying to play some beats with Baby? And I'm thinking it's Lil Baby. So I packed my shit up quick. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm trying to play some beats with Lil Baby. You feel me? I go back there. Look, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this nigga is.
You didn't know who DaBaby was?
I ain't know who the fuck the nigga was. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Nigga said Baby. I don't see Baby, nigga. Baby ain't damn sure ain't in this motherfucker room. So at that moment, he was like, what's up? My name Baby. Then my cameraman was like, nigga, that's the nigga with that song that's popping right now. I'm like, who? And then he showed me. I'm like, oh. Damn, shorty shit is banging for real. I feel bad. I'm walking in there like, damn, I don't even know the nigga. So I made the beat. I go back in the other room. I made the beat in like 5 minutes. I go back in the other room, you feel me? Just minding my business. I didn't even know what the nigga was gonna do with it. I didn't even think he was gonna put it out. The engineer texted me. He was like, yo. I'm like, what's good? He like, this nigga just bodied this shit. I'm like, what you mean? So I go back there and I hear that shit. I look at this nigga, I'm like, oh, this nigga ready to take the fuck off. I'm like, I don't know who this nigga is still, but he ready to take the fuck off. He got that one shit banging, and he putting songs like this together in like 10 minutes. Shorty the truth. I fuck with him. Real genuine nigga.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was like track 2 or track 3 on his album. It was right there at the front.
It was up there. It's like, I think like 3 or 4. One of them. It wasn't track 2. Shout out to Jetson too, man.
Yeah.
Doing his thing. That's my boy. Shout out to Jetson.
So what were those Dreamville sessions like?
Fucking cluttered.
A lot of people in there.
Hella people, bro. There was so many people in there. I was just like, fuck. I ain't really want to play no beats because I was like so shy coming in. Like, I'm like, nobody know who the fuck I am. You feel me? I got one placement. Like, that nigga was just like, my boy Reese. Reese was like, make some beats. Started making some beats. Reese made the song. Started Costa Rica. Then Boss hopped on. Then like, I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, I fell asleep.
You fell asleep?
I fell straight asleep. And then I woke up and there was Slump God on the speakers. And then when I seen Slump God on the speakers, I just heard that they kept playing the song back. They was like, nigga, you got one. I heard that shit. I'm like, damn, these niggas turned. Shit hard. Then the next day I came back and Chase was in the room. And Chase just did that shit for J. Cole. That shit was crazy. Just being in the room. And while the beat playing over and over and them niggas was walking back and forth with the notepad. It was like watching that nigga Denzel rehearse for a role or some shit. Like, that shit was crazy or some shit. Like, that nigga J. Cole, that nigga special, man. That nigga really special when it comes to this music shit. I heard some shit in there that didn't even come out, or some songs in there that didn't even come out. My bad for cussing so much. Heard some songs in there that didn't even come out, man, from J. Cole. Shorty that. Like, not even on no rapping type. Like, he was on some trap beats going crazy.
Really?
Really.
Oh, shit.
J. Cole be going crazy. I'd have never expected.
Is that where the Grammy nomination comes from? Was from the Dreamville work?
Yeah, man. Appreciate them for having me, man. A lot of blessings came behind that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was your reaction when you learned it was nominated for a Grammy?
I thought he was playing with me for real. Like, he was gonna text my phone like, "Nigga, you got nominated for a Grammy." I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm taking it too far. Cause it was like, I ain't gonna lie, it was like a couple weeks before I got my first plaque. And then like the week after I got another one. And then the week after I got another one. So I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck going on? You feel me? Niggas text me like, "Yo, you nominated for a Grammy." I'm like, I'm bullshitting, bro. I'm like, through my phone. Niggas start calling me back to back to back. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna go look at this shit. My mama called me. And she was like, "You know that album you worked on got nominated for a Grammy?" I'm like, hell no. For real? That's when it really kicked in. I'm like, hell no, you bullshit. My shit was like, I swear. Then like, by the time I pulled it up and I looked at it, I was like, damn near ready to fall out, man. That shit was like, it's just not even the fact that I don't even give a fuck. I ain't even winning or nothing. Like, it's the fact of being nominated for a Grammy.
Mm-hmm. That's huge.
Hell yeah. Niggas in Baltimore don't get nominated for a Grammy. So it's huge to me.
What was that first plaque you got?
I think it came for the Dreamville.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, Dreamville.
Can you even keep up with how many you got now?
I ain't too crazy, but I'm up there a little bit.
Yeah, so do you prefer to cook up with the artist present or just have your beats ready and display? Yeah.
Present. It's like, I can have my beats ready. It usually work out like that, but like when I cook up, that's when it really be there. I get the best result. Cause it's like you feel the vibe. I know what type of time you want. So I'm gonna give you that beat to match whatever vibe you want.
So how long you been rapping now?
I've been rapping for a long time. I've been rapping for like since I've been making beats.
Okay.
But I ain't never been putting it out. I just like rap for myself. Like make music for myself.
Yeah, so you put out that Separation Anxiety EP. What was that, last year?
Yeah.
I saw you took it down then too.
Yeah, everybody keep asking me about that. I mean, like that.
Feel like you've grown as a rapper since then? Is that why you took it down?
I just don't feel like it was good. Like, a lot of people liked it, you feel me? But like, I don't feel like it was good. Like, the shit I'm on now, like the music I'm putting out now, videos, the project, the songs I'm working on that's not even making a project, like way better. Everything way better. Even down to the last song I don't even want to put on a project, like way better than everything I did before. So I'm not trying to go back to that.
All right, so talk to us about Blood on the Hills.
Alright, so Blood on the Hills. I was in the Kush factory. I got some beats from Southside. I've been begging them for them beats because it was a time we was in the studio with The Weeknd, him and Metro. They was cooking up. And they was making hella beats for him. And it was the Blood on the Hills was one of them beats that he made for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but The Weeknd ain't pick it. Like, just kept begging. I'm like, yo, bro, let me get that beat. Let me get that beat. Let me get that beat. And then one day, Southside was like, you know what, y'all? Go ahead and get it. And then he gave me hella beats after. So I did Chemist first. Well, that's the song that's going to be on the album. And I did a couple other songs. I did Blood on the Hills like a couple months ago, for real. Like 2 months ago. The song, it kind of really described itself. You feel me? brokenhearted type shit. You feel me? Everyday love story. Just talks about myself for real. You gotta listen to the song to really understand. Listen to the lyrics. This shit ain't hard to decipher. I ain't saying too many like crazy punchlines or nothing. I ain't no Lil Wayne or nothing. You feel me? So, everything straight to the point.
Yeah, talk to us about the video. Was that mostly Spud's direction, or did you have some input on it?
I had some input on it, but shout out to Spud, man,
You killed it.
for taking my idea and taking it above and beyond, man. When I told him I wanted it to really look like Blood on the Hills, he really made sure it looked like everything was painted red.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially with the wings and all the effects, man, Spud went crazy. Can't wait till this next video drop, though. He went crazy. Spud be going crazy. Shout out to Spud McKenzie.
Did you expect it to do as good as it's done? It's over 100,000 in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, between the two pages I put it up on, it said 250. So,
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's more than I expected. Way more than I expected, to be honest. So, you know, I ain't really expecting too much out of it. So, whatever I get, I can appreciate, to be honest.
And the EP's dropping on your birthday?
Hell yeah, 10-10.
You got a title picked out for the EP?
Blood on the Hills.
Okay. There you go.
Feel me? The intro really, or the Blood on the Hills, the song is really like the intro, so it really fits and kind of describes what you're going to hear on the tape. You might get like, you're going to get like two turned up ones, you feel me? But mostly it's most of the vibe. That's about it.
And it's all Southside, right?
Hell yeah.
Do you like rapping over your own beats or other producers' beats?
I love rapping on my own beats, man. I like making music, bro. Like, it don't really matter who beats it is. As long as the beat fine. Like, I just love making music. I want to be one of the biggest artists. I would do this shit one day. Just take this shit one day at a time, though. Get these songs out first.
Yeah. So how do you decide which beats to keep for yourself, which ones to send out?
I don't, because I don't really put my own music out. So since I just started putting my own music out, I guess I got to figure that out. Because usually I just, if somebody rap on it, dub the song, because I don't really care about it that much. But now I guess I'll start separating them and shit.
Yeah.
But I usually make the beats for myself, whatever I make on the spot. So,
All right, what's next for you, Pyrex?
whatever God throws my way. Taking it one day at a time, man. Trying to tee up as an artist, so like, I guess I gotta push this full throttle, you know. And I got some songs with Herb on his tape. I've been working with Shaq, so we're working with a lot of different artists too. I don't want to do too many name dropping. So that's as far as production.
Any artists you haven't collabed with that you kind of got like on the bucket list that you really want to work with?
Like I said, Meek, I fought with Lil Baby hard. Kendrick Lamar, Baby King. DaBaby lit.
That would be hard right there.
Yeah, DaBaby lit. Definitely gotta do something with DaBaby. Frank Ocean, Tyler the Creator, ASAP Rocky. The list can continue. Anybody I didn't work with, to be honest.
All right, any shout outs before we wrap this up?
Free Sosa, free Sleazy, free the gang, man. Shout out to Chaz, shout out to Roddy, shout out to White Boy, shout out to Izzy, shout out to Jug, shout out to Chopper, shout out to my mama. I love you, mama. Fuck these hoes, get money, and that's it.
Shot it real on the pill. I won't tell how I feel. Tryna drown in this surf for real. Stop prescribing me herb and pills.